Hello? My name is Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks.
And my name is James Maynard, otherwise known as the Songbird. I'm handling the chat tonight, so please chat with us, and I'll pass it on to Beth, and she'll talk directly to you. You have come to Lighting the Way, Granny Raps and Rocks.
And you can only talk to me live if you come when we are live. Otherwise, leave a message, a comment, and I will respond later.
Yeah.
So tonight, I'm going to be talking about awareness is liberation. It gives us liberation. And I'm going to talk about how it does that. And then I asked the further question on the show is, so if awareness is the key to liberation, why don't we want it?
Why don't we want it?
Why
Yeah,
don't we want it?
really? Oh, and we have a big hello from Kat. Hi, and she sends musical notes and a heart of love and applause.
So happy to see you, Kat. So, first of all, I should say, why do I believe that awareness is the key to liberation? Well, there are a lot of reasons. And first of all, there's another one.
Oh, we have a message from my niece, Terry. She says, hello, love you guys. Oh, she sends a heart of love. Love back at you, Terry.
Hi, Terry. So good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and look, we have more.
And we have a namaste. I'm from Kathmandu, Ravi Shamaling Rai.
Hi there, Ravi in Kathmandu.
Yeah.
So we are all over the place today already. We love it. We love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. So, there are many kinds of awarenesses that we can have. For example, we can be aware of our feelings, physical and emotional. That's inner awareness. Mm-hmm. We can have awareness of the material world. Not only the price of things, but how does the toaster work? I don't have that kind of awareness at all. And there can be awareness of the society, the social world. What's happening in our country or in our globe. So, there are many, many kinds of awarenesses. And awareness is the key to liberation because if we are not aware of our choices, we only think we have one or two or none. So the more awareness we have, the more we are aware of what is possible. If we know how things work, we know what's possible. If we're up on the latest, we know what might be possible today that wasn't possible yesterday. If we know what's going on inside us, and I'm going to talk about that more, then we're going to realize that we are being driven by unconscious motivations that take away our liberty because we're driven to make certain choices. So awareness brings us choice, and choice gives us freedom. When we think we have no choice or one choice, we don't feel very free. Now, there are people who have no choice. Really have no choice. And, politically or physically, health-wise, whatever it is, you're lying there in a coma. You don't have much choice that I could see anyway. But anyway, and, the Iranian government is bopping you on the head because you don't want to, kowtow to their administration. So, yeah, you have a choice. So the choice is to get bopped on the head, to get killed, to get arrested, or to shut up. So there are choices that are grim. And some people just, they're going to be taken away, they're going to be killed. And so you can say, well, they really didn't have any choice. or they were willing to make a choice and pay for that choice.
Mhm.
So I'm just trying to give you a general idea of what I mean about awareness being the key to liberation. So many times we are just going on a path and we don't even realize it because it seems so normal to us. Now, I'm going to tell you a very silly thing, just to give you an example of what I'm talking about choice in the external world. When I was a young woman, which was a very long time ago, because I'm 77 now, women wore, and I kid you not, and I bet a lot of you out there don't know this, but some of you will remember, women had to wear nylon stockings with seams in them. And we have.
And Todd says, good topic.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you.
Well, Todd, you don't remember nylon stockings with seams. Well, what does that mean? What does it even mean? I bet a lot of you don't know nylon stocking. Well, anyway, they were stockings you could see through. You put it over your legs. But if you wore a nylon stocking, you had to hold it up. And so that meant you either had to wear a girdle or you had to wear a garter belt, which is something that you stuck in to hold the stocking up, right? So now your stomach is being constricted by this thing in order to wear the stocking. And in the back of the stocking, there was a line that went through, and you were supposed to make sure that that line was straight. And we have another hello.
Tracy says hello and sends caring. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank
Back at
you.
you.
Thank you, Tracy. Glad you made it. So we had to walk around in high heel shoes with a seam that went up the back of the stocking that was in alignment with the heel. And this is what we had to do, or we thought we had to do this. I mean, I am serious. Do you see anything stupid about this?
A lot.
A lot. Plus, you know, I lived in the city of New York. It would snow, it would be cold, it would be rainy, it would be windy, and you'll be standing there in your high-heeled shoes with your stockings on. But nobody wore boots. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. It just isn't done. I mean, there were no
Or
boots.
pants.
Or pants or anything
Or
like
women,
that.
right.
Women. And the big liberation was seamless stockings. Wow. You could be very brave and wear seamless stockings, and then you could put your stockings on and they could be crooked. Otherwise, all day long you're looking at, you know, how is the, you know, you're not focusing on your work or on your life. You're focusing on your seam. Now, this seems very stupid. I am serious. This is the way it was. And there are still a lot of stupid things that go on for men and women. But did you have a choice? Did you feel you had a choice? If you grow up, when I came of age, I thought that was the way it was. You know, all stockings had seams and all legs had to be covered by stockings. And then you would catch your stocking in something and then it would rip. So now you have the embarrassment. Not only could your seam not be straight, but you could get a run in your stocking. That means, that, you know, you could see there was like this hole that went all the way down. I mean, what stupidity.
And yet you felt you had no choice because everybody was doing it.
Because my mother gave me stockings and a garter belt, and she said, this is what you have to do. And I said, okay. Well, I rebelled. But anyway, eventually women got rid of stockings and seams and started to wear pants and sometimes even comfortable shoes, God forbid. But I'm giving you this example because I want you to think about something in your life before we get into all the rest of the deep stuff, where you absolutely don't even see that there are any choices.
Oh, I have one.
Okay.
Well, when I was growing up as a boy, the way you proved your worth was through sports. And if you didn't demonstrate prowess in sports, you just didn't measure up.
That's right. And so did you actually have a choice about doing sports?
Not really.
Not
I
really.
mean, in the neighborhood, the kids all wanted to play sports, so you just play with them.
And also you wanted to please Daddy-O.
Right, and I wanted to fit in with the social group.
Exactly. So if we want to fit in, we feel like we have no choice. We have no choice. Okay, so what does awareness do? Awareness says, this is a social construct that boys are supposed to do sports and prove their manhood that way. And it doesn't have to be that way. In fact, you don't have to be manly at all. I had a client once who loved playing music, and his father really loved football, and he had to choose between music and football. I'm not going to tell you what he chose. So anyway, how much do we want to fit in? Do we have a choice about how much we want to fit in? It's very difficult when we're living under a family situation, but when we get out, a lot of people say, oh good, I can't wait to leave the house so then I can start making my own choices. But are you making your own choices, or are your choices already pre-programmed? So awareness says, yeah, you have a choice. You don't have to fit in. You don't have to fit in that way. You can find a bunch of other kids somewhere. We have online, right? You can look for kids who are interested in chess. Awareness meant that you suddenly see that there is a bigger world than the one that you're already in. Yes.
Terry, everyone should be their own person.
Exactly, Terry.
Thank you, Terry.
Okay, now we get to something very significant, which is the inner choices. So I'm really glad you brought that up. How many times do we think we have no choice in the way we react to something? My husband was unfaithful. I must divorce the bum, or at least make him feel guilty. Maybe there are other options. Maybe we should get divorced because we're not happy, or maybe we should be looking at why he's doing that, and maybe we should be looking at how, well, I might want somebody else myself. So that is just one example, but there's a million examples all day long. Do I really believe that I have a choice about how I feel? Do I feel that it's okay for me not to be angry at my husband for that? I don't even feel that that's okay. I'm supposed to be angry about that. Isn't everybody?
If you're not angry, you don't care.
That's right. Or you're being tossed around like a limp stocking. So we feel like we have to be angry when everybody around us is angry. It's like, we're all looking for agreement. I'm so angry about this. And everybody's, yeah, me too. Well, maybe I'm not angry about that, but maybe I don't even realize that I'm not angry about it. Maybe I'm happy about it. Oh, my husband died. Oh, I'm so happy. Whatever it is, right? We have a lot of choices about what we feel, but almost none of us realizes that because we are not aware of the choices we have, and we don't know, we are not aware of what is driving the choices that we are making. We just think, well, it's natural. Everybody does that. Oh, my child is a transgender. I'm so disappointed, but, I'll accept it. Well, why should you be? Maybe you also would have been transgender if you had been living at another time. So you could say, wow, I'm so happy about that. No, I'm really distressed because I know that her life is going to be so difficult. Well, her life is going to be difficult no matter what, because life is difficult. And if you're masquerading as somebody you're not, you're really going to have a difficult time. Now, are you getting the gist of what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We have a lot of choice in our inner life, but we are very unaware of what those choices are because we have been conditioned to have certain reactions. The Russians are coming. Oh no. Yeah. All right. I would agree with that. But anyway, you see what I mean? When you were a kid, did you adopt the political party of your parents? Did you adopt their values? How much choice and freedom did you have to think and feel? Terry says everyone should be their own person, but Terry, most people don't even know who they are because they are already conditioned to be thinking a certain way. How many times have I heard people say, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that," about something that you said? Oh,
Right.
you know, my husband just died. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, maybe you're kind of relieved because maybe it was a terrible death and it was like, okay. Well, we're beginning to get more sophisticated about things like that. But if you think about it, I would like you to, and Terry said very true. Thank you, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very sad state of affairs. We have a nation that is polarized, unbelievably, so much anger and so much righteous indignation, and we believe that we are supposed to be righteously indignant. Now, why are we afraid to become aware? Oh, I could have gone on that topic for another 20 minutes, but then we would be overtime. So I want to move a little bit ahead, despite the fact that that's a very juicy topic. Okay. Why are we afraid to be aware? It comes down to fear of having to do something or having to feel something. Let's say I'm under financial stress and there's something going on with my car. And I said, "Oh, it's fine. Oh, I've heard that sound for years now. It's really nothing. Clonk, clonk, clonk. Crash!" Now you've crashed in the middle of the road because your car has stopped and somebody has hit you from behind and now you're dead. Now that is a big price to pay for a lack of awareness. I don't have the time to go take care of my car. I don't have the money to take care of my car. I don't have the energy to take care of my car. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't know what. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. You think I'm kidding? I am not kidding. I don't want to know if there's something wrong. If my husband is ill, I don't even want to know that because it's going to cost me energy to try to pick up the pieces that he's not taking care of. Oh no, I can't do that. So why don't I just ignore it until he falls down and then I guess I'm going to have to know.
Well, when anybody asks you the question, "How you doing?" Usually you just say, "I'm fine," when in fact a whole lot's not fine.
Well, that's true, but I'm also saying inside us we don't want to know. I don't want to know that there are people in this nation who believe that they have a right to impose their religious beliefs on me and everybody. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't know. What am I going to do about it, right? Oh my God. What am I going to have to do? What am I going to have to feel? Fear. I don't want to feel fear. I want to say, everything is fine. There's no problem. They were just going after the gays. Then they went after the Jews. Then they'll go after the communists. And then they'll go after you. Right? But hey, I don't want to know it when it's happening to somebody else because it might mean that I have to do something that I don't want to do, like take an unpopular stand or actually stand up in the street or knock on their doors and say, God forbid, I'm Jewish and I don't want you to be turning this into a Christian nation. This is a very big issue for me. When I was a child, we were just coming out of World War II, literally. I was born in 1945. And we had just had the Holocaust. In a way, it was still going on because there were people everywhere that had no homes anymore and communities. And I kept saying, oh, it won't happen here. It won't happen here. It won't. Hello, Blanquita.
Blanquita says hello, Beth and James, and sends 2 hearts of love. Thank you,
Hola, Blanquita. So you say what I'm saying. So it started like that, and I said, no, it can't happen here. It would never happen here. I don't even have to pay attention to it if it is happening here. Oh, so what if there's far-right governments that are growing up all over the world? That has nothing to do with me, does it? Does it? Well, it does. So anyway, it can be very scary. So here's Blanquita sends us a heart.
Big heart of love. Thank you, Blanquita.
So you see what I'm saying? There are things that are happening in our world that I don't want to be aware of. There are things that are happening, let's say, with my car, with my husband, with my own body. Oh, I have a lesion here. I don't want to think it's cancer. I don't want to have them come and cut it off or have to get it frozen or, no, I don't want to. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. And the truth is, we are very short of time and energy, and we have to decide what we are going to pay attention to. Where should I put my awareness? But if I don't put my awareness on things that are actually threatening, see here, I want to make this really, I hope, important point. Very often we don't want to know something because of what we might feel. I might feel scared, that I'm losing my cognition. I'm not thinking straight anymore. I'm too old. I'm not doing well at work or whatever it is. I don't want to know that, right? Because I might feel something bad. However, if I don't pay attention, something bad will happen. And that's not a feeling. That's a reality. If I let a child go into the kitchen with knives because I want them to slice the turkey instead of me, and of course it's a ridiculous idea because how is the child going to get up on? But you understand what I'm saying. I don't want to know that that child is in danger. I don't want to know the child is in danger playing in the street because then I might have to find them someplace to play. That's going to cost money, right? So I don't want to feel that. But if I put my feelings first, then I might not just face the feelings. I might face a terrible reality. I left my children with their 10-year-old brother to take care of them because I didn't have the money, or I didn't have the time, or I didn't want to admit that the 10-year-old brother is nasty. And then I have to face the fact that that 10-year-old child has abused their siblings. So we are so sensitive to our own feelings that often we put our feelings before reality. Think about, I may be afraid to feel something, but the real life consequences are much worse than just having a bad feeling. So please leave your comments. Please love or like this show. Please follow our page so that there's a chance that Facebook will let you know the next time that we are live. And please share this program with everyone because it's not just me and it's not just you. There are so many levels of awareness that we are not even aware of. Awareness of our inner being, where we can question, where we can say, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel that I have to have this reaction? Why do I feel that I have to have this choice? You know, something as simple as your favorite restaurant has started to change things in the food because they're trying to skimp on money. Do I want to be aware of that? No, because I don't want to have to think about another place to eat, right? It can be that simple, or it could be, I don't want to be aware of what's going on inside me because I might have to fight, or I might have to do something that will make me unpopular, that will alienate the people that I'm dependent on, that I might have to speak. I don't want to do that.
And you might discover that you have conformed to other people's expectations so much that you've lost your sense of who you are.
That's right.
And you don't want to know that.
No. Back to Terry, right?
Yeah.
So what is it that I truly value? What do I have to address? So I'd like each one of you to be thinking right now and for the coming week, what do I not want to be aware of? And it's a lot. I will guarantee you, whether it's bad plumbing, right? Problems with my animals, my kids. Is my daughter really taking drugs again? Finances. There are so many things I don't want to know. You know, they say what you don't know won't hurt you, but it's just the opposite. What you don't know does hurt you. Just like with the car example that I gave you. Better to fix the car before it breaks down than you have that accident, or that you end up hurting somebody else and you have to live with that guilt for the rest of your life. If you have a sense like you're not eating right, you're drinking, you're having cognitive issues, you're having health issues, you're having emotional problems with your partner, there's something crazy about the world we live in, do yourself a favor. Become aware and start seeing that in the awareness you can start making real choices. And that's the key to our liberation. So tomorrow, which is Thursday night, we have another program, and it's called
Magical Improvs. Beth Green and the Healing Arts Band.
That's right. And it's all music pretty much. And it's at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And our program, Lighting the Way, Granny Raps and Rocks, is every Wednesday at 6:30 Pacific time. We love you. We are so appreciative of your support. Please share this program. Share these ideas. Turn people on. Follow our page. Comment. Love the show. Show us that this is helping you. So,
yes.
Until either tomorrow or next week. Oh,
Nancy, lots of thoughts tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you,
So glad
Nancy.
you were with us.
Yeah.
Love to you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.